Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the End the Epidemic workshop. I'll be your host this evening for this workshop. My name is Donnie Sand. I'm the program coordinator for End the Epidemic, West Virginia's fight against opioid abuse. Tonight, our workshop is going to be demonstrated in our PowerPoint presentation here, and we're going to do some kind of stopping and going and getting some activities. So if you could grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and we'll get started. Go ahead. All right. First, I'm going to be talking about our workshop objectives tonight. We're going to describe our mission and our passion. We're going to describe the problems in West Virginia. Describe what our program will be doing to help. We're going to talk about our target populations and program features, and then how you can help, and then we'll do an application activity. Our mission statement is End the Epidemic is dedicated to providing the highest quality education, prevention, and intervention for those affected by the use of opioids. Why do we do this? What is our goal? And how will we do this? We do this because we care for the people that live in West Virginia. We've noticed that there's been a dramatic increase in opioid abuse from prescription medications all the way up to heroin and other opioids. And there's been unnecessary deaths that have been going on, and we'll get more into the reasons as to why. But our goal is to increase the awareness of what's going on around you guys in West Virginia and also around all of the United States. And we're going to be doing this by intervention through adolescence in school. We're going to be having the DARE program from the police department coming into schools, and we're also going to be having religious and hospital assistance in the region. So like I said, our target population is going to be adolescents and teens. That's going to be mainly education and prevention. And then our target populations, our second one is going to be young adults, and it's going to be education and intervention to stop addiction. Some facts about opioids is that since the 1990s, an increase in prescription opioids equals an increase of overdose and deaths from opioids. So we're noticing that throughout the years there's been a decrease in the regulations in opioids, and doctors were giving prescriptions for opioids and narcotics and allowing a higher risk for opioid death. From 99 to 2017, almost 218,000 people died in the United States from overdoses related to prescription opioids. And that's 5 times higher than in 2017 than in 1999. West Virginia has one of the highest mortality rates from opioid abuse in the United States, along with Ohio and New Hampshire. So why are we choosing West Virginia? We're choosing these main 5 reasons. It could be increased poverty, decreased education, unemployment, loose drug laws, and then early age drug use. So when we first talk about increased poverty, we talk about the poverty rate for blacks was 31.7% in 2017, and in women it was 20.9%. That's compared to 17.2% for men. So we've been seeing that dramatic increase in the amount of poverty and the quality of life of the people in West Virginia. Decreased education overall. West Virginia for education is number 47 in the United States. They've had an extreme declination in their infrastructure, in the economy, and that all affects the education. Next, we're going to talk about employment. West Virginia is known for their coal mining, which accounts for over 18,000 jobs in West Virginia. But just like you'd expect, coal miners have a higher risk of injury due to their increased risk of physical damage because of the strenuous nature of their work. So you can see that the business environment employment has gone down. They're ranked number 50, 50, and 47. So we're showing a dramatic increase in their unemployment rates. And then their loose drug laws. Up until about 2016, the drug laws for prescription medications was very loose. It's now starting to be tightened up, which is actually helping us in our cause. And then we can also see here addiction by the numbers. Less than 2 cents goes into prevention and treatment for addiction for young children, and over 90% of kids begin smoking, drinking, and using other drugs before the age of 18. So we're hoping by targeting the young children and adolescents, we can prevent a lot of this and lower this 90% of beginning smoking and drinking and using other drugs. So we're going to talk about how we can help. We're fighting two fronts. Our first battlefront is adolescents and teens. We're doing this through education prevention. We have Huntington Police Department is establishing a DARE program. We have counseling sessions that are available for children. We have healthy activities that's going to be provided for the community. Situational assistance can be for interventions for young children and assisting them to find ways to not be intrigued and to make that early decision to not dabble in opioids and other drugs as well. And then we're also providing from the community some spiritual assistance upon request by those, and of course having approval from the families. Next, our second battlefront is young adults affected by opioid abuse. Again, we're going to be focusing on education, but we're also going to be having intervention. We're going to have counseling for individuals and family. Interventions are going to be as needed. That's going to be treated with medications that are not opioids and being able to assist them to sobriety and reduce the urge to use prescription medication, opioids. We're going to have doctor consults. We're going to set up a doctor and a program for each individual person and help them defeat their addiction. We're going to have employment seminars to get people back up on their feet and find them work, clean alternatives to opioids, and then also spiritual assistance upon request. How can you help? Speak up, show love and support, learn about the risks associated with opioids, make yourself aware, make the decision now and stick with your decisions, find the courage to help others with their addiction and be a good example. So right now we're going to take a pause in the video, and I want you guys to write down 5 ways that you can speak up, how you can educate yourself about opioids, or how you can be a good example to those around you. Okay, great. We're moving on to our second battlefront. We're going to recognize your addiction. Decide that you want to change. Learn about your addiction and the physiological changes it makes in your body. Seek help and counseling. Reconnect with your family and make a plan to change. So right now, I want you guys to pause the video. I want you guys to write down how you think you would be able to recognize your addiction. I want you guys to write out a personal mission statement and try and create a plan for how you guys are going to be able to confront this addiction. So like I said, here's that life mission statement. We're going to write a letter to ourselves in 10 years. That's going to be with our adolescents and kids. So right now, you guys can, if you guys are watching this in class, you guys can pause the video and write a letter to yourself in 10 years. I'll give you a few minutes. All right, on September 9th, when we have our big kickoff, we're going to have a group time capsule that we're going to create. I want you guys to get together with your friends and your family and create a written pact and be able to have fun with it and be able to make that early decision to never do drugs, especially opioids. I'll let you pause the video to do that now. All right, and then throughout the rest of our activities, we're going to create memorable experiences with saying no to drugs, and then we're going to be accountable to ourselves and be a support to those around you. So I want you guys write down another 5 ways to be accountable to yourself and also to support those around you. Great. Well, I wanted to say thank you for attending our workshop this evening. I hope it was informational. I hope you were able to get the information that you need to, and I hope that you guys can contact our number at 1-888-555-2234 and call us with any questions you have.